Solution to exercises A on limits and continuity part 2 found on page 13. In solving these exercises, we use theorem 10, which says if f and g are two functions such that f of x equals g of x for all x not equal to a, and if limit of g of x as x approaches a exists, then the limit of f of x as x approaches a exists. Moreover, the limit of f of x as x approaches a is equal to the limit of g of x as x approaches a. So for number 1, we're going to solve for the limit of the square root of x minus 3 all over x minus 9 as x approaches 9 from the left. First thing that we're going to do is to rewrite the function. We're going to evaluate, that is, rewrite square root of x minus 3 all over x minus 9 to be equal to square root of x minus 3 all over x minus 9 times square root of x plus 3 all over square root of x plus 3. Now recall again. Can we recall? What is we try to recall? You have u minus v times u plus v is equal to u squared minus v squared. So in this case, our u is square root of x and our v is 3. So we now have square root of x squared minus this one, our v is 3, so minus 3 squared all over x minus 9 times square root of x plus 3. But this should give us a value equal to x. You can get rid of the square root and square there. Minus 9 all over, you have x minus 9 times square root of x plus 3. And because x is not equal to 9, it's just approaching 9, then we can divide out by x minus 9 and come up now with 1 over square root of x plus 3. So meaning to say, this function here becomes the limit now of 1 over square root of x plus 3 as x approaches 9 from the left. So that is now equal to 1 over square root of 9 plus 3, which is equal to 1 over 3 plus 3, which is now equal to 1 over 6. So the limit now, go back to the original function, that is of square root of x minus 3 all over x minus 9 as x approaches 9 from the left is equal to 1 over 6. Now let's go to the next number here. Number 2 is to find the limit of 6 minus 2x over x squared minus 2x minus 3 as x approaches 3 from the left. So again, what are we going to do? We can actually factor out 2 here from 6 minus 2x. And we can also factor x squared minus 2x minus 3. So we can again rewrite, or you can simply take the limit here from here. Because you can factor that, you can have the limit now of 2 times 3 minus x. So we factor out 2 as x here approaches 3 from the left, all over factor x squared minus 2x minus 3 as x minus 3 times x plus 1. The factors are x minus 3 and x plus 1, and we have a factor 3 minus x up here. But we can rewrite that as the limit now of the negative of 2 times, you can have x, then minus 3, because minus of minus here is actually plus, all over x minus 3 times x plus 1 as x approaches 3 from the left, and because x is just approaching 3, x is actually not equal to 3, so we can divide out x minus 3 with x minus 3. So the result will now be the limit of minus 2 all over x plus 1 as x approaches 3 from the left. Then this should give us negative 2 all over 3 plus 1, which is equal to negative 2 over 4, or that is equal to negative 1/2. So the limit now of 6 minus 2x is, therefore the limit of 6 minus 2x all over x squared minus 2x minus 3 as x approaches 3 from the left is equal to negative 1/2. As for the third, so for number 3, we are asked to evaluate the limit of 9 minus x squared all over the square root of 3 plus 2x minus x squared as x approaches 3 from the left. We are going to rewrite this function. So rewrite first 9 minus x squared all over the square root of 3 plus 2x minus x squared. It is now equal to 9 minus x squared all over square root of 3 plus 2x minus x squared times square root of 3 plus 2x minus x squared all over square root of 3 plus 2x minus x squared. This is now equal to 9 minus x squared times square root of 3 plus 2x minus x squared all over, this is 3 plus 2x minus x squared. But this one, this 3 plus 2x minus x squared can be rewritten as, we have here, from here, this can also be rewritten as 3 minus x times 3 plus x times the square root of 3 plus 2x minus x squared all over, can write that as the negative of x squared minus 2x, then minus, because we have negative x squared there, and then negative times negative 2x is here, plus 2x, negative 1 times negative 3 is positive 3. So meaning to say we can rewrite that as 3 minus x there is now equal to, and this one can be written as the negative of x plus x minus 3, negative of x minus 3, and we have x plus 3 times the square root of 3 plus 2x minus x squared all over, this is the negative of x minus 3 times x plus 1. X plus 1. This is x squared minus 3x plus x, that's minus 2x and minus 3. So again, because x is just approaching 3, meaning to say x is not equal to 3, we can divide out x minus 3 with x minus 3. So the result is now x plus 3 times the square root of 3 plus 2x minus x squared all over x plus 1. So this can be rewritten as the limit of x plus 3 times the square root of 3 plus 2x minus x squared all over x plus 1 as x approaches 3 from the left. It's from the left. From the left. So this is now equal to 3 plus 3 times the square root of 3 plus 2 times 3 minus 3 squared all over 3 plus 1. That's equal to 6 times the square root of 3 plus 6 minus 9 all over 4. But this is the same as 6 times 3 plus 6 is 9 minus 9, so that is equal to square root of 0, which is 0 all over 4. That is equal to 0. So meaning to say the limit of this quantity, 9 minus x squared all over square root of 3 plus 2x minus x squared equal to 0. Let's go to number 4. Number 4 now. Do the following. So this time we are to solve the following, that is the limit of x squared times the absolute value of x plus 2 all over x plus 2 as x approaches minus 2 or negative 2 from the left. Now if you recall, you have the following definition of an absolute value function, that is the absolute value of x plus 2 is equal to x plus 2 if x plus 2 is greater than 0. Meaning to say, if x is greater than minus 2. And it is the negative of x plus 2 if x plus 2 is less than 0. That is, if x is less than minus 2. So in this case, if this is negative 2, and you're asked to solve for this value as x approaches minus 2 from the left, so if it's from the left, meaning to say all values less than negative 2. So that we make use of this function here, absolute value of x plus 2 is equal to this one, negative x, the quantity negative x plus 2, this one. So from here, we now have the limit of x squared times, to make use of the following function, that is the negative of x plus 2 all over x plus 2 as x approaches minus 2 from the left. So this is now equal to the limit of the negative of x squared times x plus 2 all over x plus 2 as x approaches minus 2 from the left. Again, x is not equal to negative 2, so we can divide out x plus 2 and x plus 2 here and come up with the limit of negative x squared as x approaches negative 2 from the left, which is equal to the negative of negative 2 squared, which is now equal to negative 4. So the limit now of x squared times the absolute value x plus 2 all over x plus 2 as x approaches minus 2 from the left is equal to negative 4. For problem number 5, we are asked to find the limit of 8 minus 2x minus x cubed as x approaches 2 from the right. In this problem, direct substitution will do, because if we take the value of this function as x approaches 2 from the right, if this here 2, it will be all values greater than 2, almost 2. You can have, by direct substitution, this will give us the following: 8, it's supposed to be 8 here, minus 2 times 2 minus 2 cubed. But that is equal to 8 minus 4 minus 8, which is, can cancel out 8 with 8 here, come up with minus 4. So the limit of this function, 8 minus 2x minus x cubed as x approaches 2 from the right, is equal to negative 4. So for number 6, we're asked to find the limit of x cubed minus x squared minus 2x all over x cubed minus 2x squared as x approaches 2 from the left. We can factor out x here. We can actually simply rewrite this function as follows. We have now the limit of, can factor out x. So we have x times x squared minus x minus 2 all over In here, we can factor out x squared. That is x squared times the quantity x minus 2. As x approaches 2 from the left. But x squared minus x minus 2 can again be factored into the following. So we will have the limit now of x times, you have x minus 2. So the factors of x squared minus x minus 2 times x plus 1. Why? Because we will have x squared here, then that's minus 2x, then plus x will give minus x here. Then minus 2 times 1 is negative 2. So all over x squared times x minus 2 as x approaches 2 from the left. Again, because it's just approaching 2, then x is not equal to 2. So we can actually divide out x minus 2 with x minus 2. And here you can divide out x squared to come up with the following. That is the limit now of x plus 1 all over, we have 1x here left, x, as x approaches 2 from the left. And that is actually equal to, when we let x approach 2 from the left, that's equal to 2 plus 1 all over 2, which is equal to 3 over 2. So mean to say the limit now of the function x cubed minus x squared minus 2x all over x cubed minus 2x squared as x approaches 2 from the left is equal to 3 over 2. Now we have the last exercise here. That is the limit of x to the 10th minus 2x to the 9th all over x squared minus 4 as x approaches 2 from the left. Again, this can be easily factored, so we can simply rewrite this as the limit of, and factor out x to the 9th. So x to the 9th, x to the 9th, and we have x minus 2 all over, this is x squared minus 4 can be factored as x minus 2 times x plus 2 as x approaches 2 from the left. So again, it's just approaching 2, so x is actually not equal to 2. I mean to say you can divide out this by that 1. So this definitely is the limit now of x to the 9th all over x plus 2 as x approaches 2 from the left. But that is now equal to 2 to the 9th all over 2 plus 2. It's 2 to the 9th all over 2 plus 2, or that is equal to 2 to the 9th all over 2 to the 2nd power. It's simply equal to 2 to the 7th. But 2 to the 7th is equal to 128. It's equal to 128. Meaning to say the limit now of x to the 10th minus 2x to the 9th all over x squared minus 4 as x approaches 2 from the left is equal to 120. So we have the following summary, that is the limit of the square root of x minus 3 all over x minus 9 as x approaches 9 from the left is 1 over 6. Number 2, the limit of 6 minus 2x over x squared minus 2x minus 3 as x approaches 3 from the left is negative 1 half. The limit of 9 minus x squared all over the square root of 3 plus 2x minus x squared as x approaches 3 from the left is equal to 0. And the limit of x squared times the absolute value of x plus 2 all over x plus 2 as x approaches minus 2 from the left is negative 4. And down the line, we also have an answer for the following. Limit 8 minus 2x minus x cubed as x approaches 2 from the right is negative 4. And here we have the limit of x cubed minus x squared minus 2x all over x cubed minus 2x squared as x approaches 2 from the left is 3 over 2. And the last number here is the limit of x to the 10th minus 2x to the 9th all over x squared minus 4 as x approaches 2 from the left, which is equal to 128.